มาน้อย Bob, do something.
That's a little scuffed. Are we live? All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of GGLeagues Overwatch. Here we'll have UNI Purple Team playing against. Let me find it. It's not scuffed at all to start. Gonna be playing against Whitewater Warhawks JV squad today. My name's Jacob. I'm joined by Caleb. Caleb, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty all right. I'm excited for another game of UNI Panther Esports Overwatch. Believe we should be getting going here pretty quick, but before we get started, we have a new Overwatch 2 patch. It's mostly the collaboration with One Punch Man, but we do have some balance changes if we want to start into that. Caleb, do you have any big highlights you want to go over?
Big highlights. Let me look. The Ashe buff with the Bob is very strong. After watching a couple of great Ashe players like Seeker, your Bob usually could just it would just shoot random targets, but now you can focus down. So instead of him just being an ult, he can kind of be, or like just an ult battery, and they can take him down quickly, or a tank. You can kind of tandem him with your shots, so the person you're shooting at dies doubly as fast.
Yeah, I agree. It really helps out with the target prioritization. I also want to take a look at the wrecking ball changes, like the minefield arming time increasing from 1 to 1.25. It looks like a small little insignificant change, but it's something that can kind of make the difference when you're trying to mine and then pile drive into it, catch as many people as you can. Thumbs down its potency just a little bit.
Last patch, they reverted it from it was at 1.5 and they put it to 1, and I think the 1 was just arming a bit too fast. By the time the slam went off, you would just get blown to bits.
I agree, definitely. It's made him a little oppressive there, but I think the only change in the support category I think is a huge one with Baptiste. The immortality field minimum health threshold is going to increase from 10% to 25%. So, I mean, you throw that out there on a 500 HP tank, or 400 HP tank, all of a sudden they're back up to 100 even if they were 1 HP. I think that's going to make a big difference.
As a BAT player, I was playing with this yesterday, and it is very, very strong. Throwing that
Yeah.
down, and just even once the immortality ends, they're at least gonna have 50 health left, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
it is kind of a kind of an insane buff. I almost wonder if that's going to really force us into a hard rush comp, maybe, or what are your thoughts on the meta implications?
I think it'll make Rush more viable. Kiriko still exists. Her Suzu is very strong still, so she can still be used in the rush comps, and she's more versatile versus the dive. That is one thing I'm very surprised about these patch notes, is that there were no Kiriko nerfs.
Yeah, I'm still a little suspicious of the Suzu. I, I have opinions about that, but I don't know. I guess the developers really liked the way that it was at. I kind of do like the idea of Kiriko being kind of a higher skill sort of hero to maximize, but I think that Suzu makes it a little
I
too
think
easy to get out of stuff.
I would agree. The Suzu is very, very strong and a very short cooldown. It does too much.
Yeah, definitely. And for anyone here in chat, we are on a 3-minute delay, so apologize ahead of time if you're not quite getting the responses as quickly as normal. That is a GG Leagues rule that's kind of thrown upon us here. So I believe we will be able to cast or spectate both sides here, which is good. But just a heads up on trying to get any responses from the chat. Let's see, as we're loading in here, I don't know if we're going to be starting on Elios, or I believe it is control to start. Don't quite know what map yet. Looks like we'll have our kind of normal lineup here for UNI that we had over the weekend. It's going to be Wildcat on the tank, with Coonrad and Vandium on the DPS, and God's Jedi. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe Coonrad and Unlasting on the DPS. We'll see. I know God's Jedi is our flex support. We'll see who's doing the main support tonight.
I did hear some talks of on lasting maybe pulling out the Lucio.
Oh, that'd be fun. I believe, yeah, their player icon is a Lucio soccer icon, so that could be an indication. We'll see.
Swapping it to the Hanamura season
That
5.
is a
4.
really cool one. But going into the game tonight, do you have any compositions, anything special you want to see from UNI moving into the match here?
Moving in, I want to see some comfort picks. I want to see what these players are really good at. Meta is just kind of thing people can follow, but I like to see when players are on their most comfortable pick and firing at all cylinders.
I agree. I mean, the meta really matters when you're playing in the Overwatch League, but let's be honest, we're not quite there right now. So I agree. I'd like to see the comfort picks and seeing what everyone's feeling cool with and, you know, getting in the groove on. We shall see. But I believe we will be starting on Helios, it looks like. Um, we're just waiting for the teams to get situated. Looks like the Warhawks are going to be having quite a few spectators, so we're just getting everything thrown together here. UNI is almost there, 80% of the way to full icon uniformity.
Winston is the best icon.
Golden monkey, best monkey.
The classic one is my favorite. I got that when I was probably 14 and I've never taken it off.
There you go. I've had the peanut butter on there for many years now. Haven't really had a good reason to change it.
Good luck, charm.
This is weird being on a 3-minute delay. Normally I can like interact with chat.
Yeah.
Not today. It looks like we do have the teams readying up. UNI is announcing that they're ready, so just waiting on the Warhawks and we should get rolling. All right, heading into Ilios. Looks like we're going to be on well first. Be a good spot to debut that Lucio here.
Quite interesting to see what player is starting where here with the switch up of the lineup.
Yeah, I can't tell if everything's ordered the way it is, if Coonrad's going to be playing tank. Normally Wildcat serves those duties, but they could be changing things up here. I guess we'll find out in a few seconds. I kind of miss the original lighting for Ilios. I prefer the full day as opposed to the all orange.
I do too. I wish it would like rotate. So like sometimes it was this orange or sometimes it was the brighter or sometimes it was night and day
Yeah,
for all the maps. Then it
yeah,
never
I
gets
want some
boring.
variation. I agree. I agree. Looks like, speaking of comfort picks, we are going to see UNI, actually both teams rolling out with a Pharmacy. Going to be matching on the Orisa. Soldier on one side, Genji on another. We shall see as they're coming out the gates. Oh, that is a reticle, isn't it?
Quite large. You and I with no hit scan might struggle against the pharmacy, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on unlasting with that Genji to get in and make enough difference that they aren't gonna miss the hit scan. We shall see. So each team just kind of poking in here to start. Nobody really finding a whole lot of purchase. The Orisa's fighting for position here. Vandium is getting pretty low. Where's loses the Mercy was nowhere to be found for the Pharah, but I believe they'll be able to get the res here. And pretty early on, we're seeing that difference that the soldier makes, the hit scan here in this pharmacy battle.
Very shocking. I'm not quite sure what happened with the Mercy here. But setting up for this next fight is very crucial as they've taken 11% on the point.
Yeah, it looks like, I keep forgetting their name, gosh darn, I need it pulled up. But the other team took the point early, and UNI did swap over to that soldier on lasting, getting off the Genji onto the soldier, just trying to put some pressure down as they go, but looks like they're pretty entrenched here on the point. It's going to be on either unlasting to find a pick on Pharah the Mercy or Vandium to make the difference here.
Large flank out on lasting here to take multiple angles in the point.
Let's see, I'm trying to pull up the name so I have it in the background. There it is, Whitewater Warhawks. That's much better.
UNI with the fight win, with the Kitsune Rush on their side.
Yeah, coming in, they're going to be coming up on quite a few ultimates for both teams here. It's going to be quite an explosive fight to see who retakes here. UNI's kind of backing up, taking their time. Trying not to give that up as the soldier gets super low. Falls down. I don't know if the Mercy's going to be able to get the res on that, but Vandium's pushing in, seeing if he can get the mid-air shot on the Pharah here. Impose the true diff. But UNI's holding strong here. This defense of the point as both teams are coming up on a menagerie of ultimates, and that is going to be Vandium going down. This is going to be quite wide open for the Warhawks to push through.
Beautiful ult out of Wildcat to stall and regroup their point. Regroup.
Yeah, just as I said. Oh, gonna be interesting to see as the Pharah does take out the Orisa here, and ooh, that soldier ultimate's gonna be a problem for the pharmacy combo here as UNI has to back off the point. Gonna give it up for just a little while, see if they can get regrouped and ult to get back on here.
Barrage is going to be very crucial here to open up a fight. I'd be interested to see if he flanks or goes around, or if he tries to fight main with it.
Oh, and losing on lasting there is going to be absolutely tragic unless UNI can get the res off. It's going to be kind of dangerous. It's going to see kind of almost a wasted ultimate, more of a zoning Orisa ultimate there coming through. It is going to be on this barrage here to make a huge difference, popping this fight open.
With the Valk pop, they begin to push in. And the visor.
There goes. Ooh, that was the press Q to die moment for Vandium over there. Did not quite get a whole lot out of that ultimate, but it does not matter as Wildcat's able to clean up the Pharah and keep things rolling. I just noticed we don't have a kill feed.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I thought that was just on my
Just
end.
trying to keep track of stuff. I'm like, well, where's the kill feed? That's goofy. But we are going to have Whitewater Warhawks swapping over to the Diva here. I assume is a bit more of a deterrent against the Pharmacy. That is going to give the Orisa quite a bit of an advantage here when it comes to just holding the front line for UNI. We'll see how that translates.
Beautiful Kitsune Rush on point to fight, help stall this out and mow them over.
Oh, huge
Beautiful
spear!
javelin.
Wow! That was... Oh, and another one! That was incredible! Wildcat is taking over. Another one! Whoa, this man is handing out toothpicks! What the heck? Great ultimate coming in, see if they can catch him. And that is going to be round one going over to UNI. Really impressed with the ability, I guess, to regroup and take cohesive team fights. There were some moments this weekend when that was kind of falling apart, but great showing, great start for both teams here. UNI coming out with the first round.
That was some great Orisa play at the end. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it looks like
Alongside a great Kitsune Rush.
it looks like kill feed is off for everyone. I believe they're gonna fix it next map. I don't think anyone. Yeah, kill cam is supposed to be off, not kill feed. So yeah, just a bit of a miscommunication, but I believe they'll take care of that on the next map, and we'll keep rolling as we see UNI swapping over to the monkey. We're gonna get some different looks here from UNI today.
With this comp, they're going to want to look to trade out the back line when their monkey goes in, and their Reinhardt goes in. The Winston will go for the supports and hopefully trade them out. So it's okay if he kind of gives up his lives as long as he's trading out supports. Or
Yeah, it's
making
gonna be pretty crucial for that Winston to find value on the back line. Is that front line matchup is not gonna be super beneficial. As you see just that, the UNI Winston heading towards the back line. See if Vandium can catch a pick there. Looks like they will get two as Icarus and Funky Monk go down.
Nice stick from Cassidy. Vandy.
Great Bionade too. That's gonna give a lot of opening for that Winston. Ooh, is the Winston gonna be able to survive? No, they both fell. No jump, unlucky. But that's gonna be UNI quickly retaking the point after Whitewater took it for 11% here. And it's going to be kind of a... it'll be about the same timing for the tanks to be getting back into the fight as Whitewater's starting to push up here.
Dodge Jedi 70s on Nano. That'll be a huge early fight win potential.
Yeah, if he's able to get that nano off onto the monkey as he's diving in, that's going to be absolutely massive. Yeah, another huge Bionate if he can hold on to his life. So Symmetra's in the back line pumping damage here.
Nano.
Oh,
Was saved.
what?
Nano's onto the monkey. Let's see what they can do here.
Able to get something off here. Nano and damage boost. That monkey's going to be doing some damage. Whitewater is able to sneak through and get the point flipped back if they can hold on. Oh, the window's just going to be too much. Too much damage in the face of the monkey there. UNI is going to be forced to back off.
Whitewater did commit 2 big ults there with the window and the shatter when they already had the point cap. That's very good for UNI coming on to this next fight.
I agree. They're going to be coming through with 3 ultimates moving in, including that Mercy ultimate's going to make a big difference being able to actually push up and through the front line of the Reinhardt there. Dragon should be able to open up a window here as they're looking to start their push with the Dragons here.
Good kill on Felicio.
See, Whitewater is just going to try and coalesce on the point here.
Their
Hold it
boss
off.
Has no peel. Free kill. Nice.
And that was pretty clean and well thought out by UNI. They did burn 3 ultimates, but they got the point back, and Whitewater's only going to have a Deadeye come back with on the next point. This is starting to shape up pretty well for UNI here.
They are coming on beat as well. They should be ready for next fight.
Yeah, it's going to be on...
Jedi also coming up in another nano.
Exactly. It's going to be on God's Jedi there to build up another nano, keep things moving in the right direction here. So everyone's just going to be poking around here. Reinhardt's going to be pushing up on the left side. Cassidy ultimate on the right. Ooh, almost catches Vandium and does get finished off here. And the Reaper in the back line's a little unexpected. Goes down pretty quickly. That's going to have to be something to watch out for the rest of the round in the face of that Winston. Could be problematic here as trying to frontline isn't going super great, but with that nano boost, he can head into the back lines and wreak some havoc here.
Whitewater still holding on to beat. Beautiful primal from Wildcat.
See if they can get the Reinhardt out of position here. It's somebody's in the back. The Reaper's in the back line again. I don't know what that Reaper's up to, but ooh, Wildcat gets caught in a bad spot. Gonna need a lot of healing there. Moving forward is Shatter from the Reinhardt. This might just be enough. Oh, huge dragon coming out.
Too.
And that should be enough to flip the point here as Whitewater goes into overtime, but UNI's going to be taking it back and coming back with the Mercy ultimate and Cassidy ultimate. That's going to be a tough retake for Whitewater.
God, Jedi will also be coming up in another nano if this fight goes a little bit longer.
Yeah, I've been very impressed so far with the ultimate cycling that UNI's shown. Kind of a strong understanding of what they're doing there as that Lucio goes down early. Great sleep. And the nano boost does come through. As you said, the fight was going on a little bit longer than I think Whitewater wanted it to, and that is going to be the coming up on the end of the round, end of the map here for UNI, barring some miracle from Whitewater, and that will not come to fruition. UNI takes map 1.
Great take by UNI.
Yeah, it's good to, especially after the weekend, it's good to come back in and get a very good start to this match for UNI. It was not a blowout by any stretch of the imagination, but it's good to see some confidence come back for UNI.
Get a nice win underneath the belt and some confidence.
Yep, moving in the right direction. So moving forward, I believe we're going to be heading into a escort map, but I think Whitewater gets to pick. I might need to double check that. I think it's different every week actually. But assuming we are moving into an escort, are you wanting to see maybe a little more from UNI, some more variation? Or are you pretty happy with the two comps we've seen so far? Kind of stick with what's working.
Depending on what map it is, we could. I do like what they've shown now, but showing more variation is always never a bad thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you have any player that really stood out to you in the last match? Is uh, kind of, I don't know, very impressed with coming from the last map?
That would definitely be God Jedi on the flex support, playing the Kiriko and the Ana. They were cycling ults very quickly, getting them off, staying alive, which as support is the most important part.
Yeah, I agree. It was they were doing a great job, especially keeping their Winston alive on the second point with Yana. It was, the Winston was going in, and that's another person I was very impressed with. The Wildcat was, not being afraid, not being timid with that Winston, knowing that your support has your back, and you can really go for go for the stretch sometimes. It's, looks like I have been misleading everyone. We are going into a hybrid map, heading towards everyone's favorite Kings Row coming up next. Um, any specific comps you want to see? I'm assuming just the old tried and true rush is going to be the way to roll for UNI here. What do you think?
Tried and true, Rush is probably, that's my favorite. When I look into a Kings Row game, I kind of get a little bit disappointed when we're playing ball. Or like in ranked if the team's playing ball. I think I'd like to see a nice little rush mirror to start off Kings Row.
I agree. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. Looks like we're getting everyone settled. UNI will be defending first, so we will get to see Whitewater try and take their stab at attacking here on Kings Row. Um, it will be interesting with the patch notes if we do see the Reinhardt rush, whether or not we see, what the support lineup looks to be for UNI. If we want to see that, the Baptiste, maybe a Moira. I'm hoping we see a Lucio. I would hope with the Reinhardt, but kind of what that gets paired with will be kind of a interesting thing to see here from UNI. See what they're most comfortable with.
I do know Steven likes to pull out the Junkrat, especially on smaller maps, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Reinhardt or Orisa, a Genji or a Junkrat, and then for sure Lucio, and then the flex support spot for Rush is very, very free, so you can do BAP, Ana, Moira, or even Kiriko now with her Suzu being so prevalent.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good options that you could pull out for the rush here. I like the idea of the Junkrat, come through those initial corridors and then moving forward as after you get through the first point of the map in those streets phase. Junkrat can be kind of a pain to deal with here. Um, but I don't know what quite we're waiting on here. I think they might be fixing those settings so that we get our kill feed back. It was a little a little disappointing to not have that, but
Moonlit has been subbed in for Kunrad.
oh, true. So it looks like I believe we'll be running God's Jedi Moonlit for the support duo.
Yep.
All right. This is still nighttime. I want to see King's Row. Do you remember back when they did what was the PvE mission
It was.
that was
I know
here?
I know
Was
what
it
you're
Storm
talking about.
Rising? No,
Yes.
Storm
And
was it?
no,
Maybe Storm
Uprising
Rising.
event.
Yeah, Uprising. That's what it was. Yeah. But it was like during the day or like morning here on Kings Row with just a lot of light. I want that back. I think that was probably the best Kings Row looked. I like that one.
I am a fan of the OG Kings Row. Only downside is it is kind of dark, so
Kind of
characters
hard
hiding
to
in
see
corners
sometimes.
can be
A
a little
problem.
annoying.
Yeah. All
UNI
right.
coming out with sort of a bunker comp with the Orisa and the Mercy to pocket the Soldier or Junkrat here, and the BAP to, just hold it down, a little extra damage and a lot of healing.
You did call it with the Junkrat. It looks like Icarus on the other team gonna be rolling with the Widow. Now it'll be interesting to see if they use that Widowmaker just in the opening, the opening window there up top, or if they're gonna try and transition over to on top of the theater and actually run Widowmaker. We shall see as we get rolling. Oh, and we're going into a pause here.
I bet they sit up in the window, maybe take a few pot shots, and then swap to a Cassidy or Reaper or something that has close range damage to help with the rush a lot. Especially to kind
Yeah,
of blaze off the Mei walls.
Yeah, we got some question marks coming through. Everything reset to quick play standards. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I did. Okay. That is unfortunate that it's just given away UNI's composition here on stream. But actually, it's
Let's
3 minute
hope
delay.
they're
So
not sniping.
by the time they get rolling again, it might not be that long.
Now entering King's
Okay, restarting here. That looks a little bit better.
initiating
That looks like it's not quick play anymore. Kind of interested to see if UNI tries to come out with a different comp now. Oh, I didn't realize there's a
Oh,
little shrine there.
I had no idea.
Huh? Isn't that from the short when like that
When
the head?
Widowmaker kills,
Yeah, the main
yeah,
Shimbali monk or whatever. Huh? See, it's just Easter eggs. Like, how long have I played Overwatch? I didn't even know that was there. Little stuff like that you find every time you play.
ready for battle.
Although
the attention to detail is beautiful.
when you stop to think about it, the whole premise of this map and the payload you're delivering and the purpose of why you're delivering that payload is
Very sad and dark.
kind of dark. Yeah. I mean, damn. It's a little rough that you're delivering an EMP into the heart of the Omnic village. That's a rough one, but
I think that's why on third point, a lot of the time it doesn't get capped is for the respect for the Omnics below.
yes, I agree. I agree. That's just a little added motivation, you know,
5,
just make it happen. But we do see UNI coming out on the exact same comps from both teams.
incoming.
It looks like that Widow is going to be sitting up there in the top hallway or top window. See if they come out any further or just decide to swap. May takes a lot of damage early. Pops the icicle.
Icarus swapping to the Cassidy after a few pot shots on Widow.
Yeah, not able to find a whole lot. UNI showing a lot of discipline holding on there, but looks like Whitewater's kind of gonna be allowed to just take what room they please with that Reinhardt. UNI's kind of struggling to hold the line here with this Orisa, and the Orisa does go down to Icarus's Cassidy. Gonna be a rough start for UNI. They get the res, but at what cost there for the Mercy? That Reinhardt is low, but I don't know if UNI's gonna be able to do a whole lot about it, and Whitewater is taking this point quickly, just swarming all over it here. God's Jedi also goes down, and with the window coming out from Whitewater, that is probably gonna be it for this point.
Rush is very, very deadly on this map. I would have liked to see UNI take more angles, like on the top left with the Junkrat or the Soldier, to really stress all the resource from the Rush, because if they have to use all their resources before they get to you, it makes Rush a lot harder.
I
So
agree.
looking for more high ground angles and exhausting resources early rather than later.
Definitely, if you're going to be playing kind of this a little bit more pokish comp here with the Orisa, going to need to kind of stay back. You know, you can't take the Reinhardt face to face right there. You know, going to have to play back a little bit and poke a bit more. But UNI is going to be hopefully trying to get set up here as Whitewater is getting a lot of free push here.
Free space.
Yeah.
Moonlit swapping to Moira was on Mercy.
The tire comes through from Vandium, able to get a few, but is UNI going to be able to actually push up here? And they will be contesting the cart here in these S curves. See if they can get any further purchase. I got to give it to Wildcat, though. The spear, or whatever, you know, the javelin is on point here. So we're going to see that Orisa come up with an ultimate here. It's a huge shatter comes through from Whitewater. And a great ultimate from the Orisa. Yeah, able to get that one there from the Orisa ultimate, but UNI still, I'd like to see him push up into this archway and hold it.
Yep. When getting a kill like that is so crucial, especially on Lucio, you can just keep walking and they can't stop you. They can't speed away.
Whitewater's going to burn the May ultimate here. Not able to catch anyone, but it works in the way of zoning here. The Dragon going to come through. See if they can get anyone. Wildcat does find the Reinhardt. And Vandium with another tire coming through on the Baconator. May just trying to escape. And again, I want to see UNI push up into this archway. They keep letting them through this really important choke here.
Those exit frags are really important. Even if it's only 10 seconds, that's a lot of time burnt.
Definitely, definitely. Especially when you're defending first here, you do not want to give up any extra inches that you have to. So the window coming out for UNI is really going to deter. Oh, dual windows here, but God's Jedi, Vandium, and Unlasting able to grab 4 between them. That's going to be that for that fight. Both teams just
Their
holding on to one
Cassidy
support.
is behind them, maybe setting up for a cheeky play.
Yeah, that is an interesting spot to be in. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone catches him. That is just such a... Oh my goodness. The low hangers on... Okay, somebody saw him from UNI. Somebody saw him. They know he's there.
They should turn on him.
They are kind of a bit split there. Unlasting takes care of him, but God's Jedi does go down to the Funky Monk here. That is going to...
More
God's
was a
Jedi going down.
giant coalescence tier to make up for the lack of healing that was lost.
Yeah, great play from Moonlit. The wall is becoming a problem here for the Orisa, but it goes down. Absolutely nobody caught on that shatter, but Wildcat does end up going down as UNI's going to have to back up real fast, get regrouped, and hopefully take one last fight before this point gets captured.
UNI coming up has the tire, the Orisa ultimate, and should get a dragon by the time the point comes.
And definitely, this is very, very stallable for UNI. I don't think for any reason this is a lost cause on this point. So I like to see them open up with a tire and maybe get in there with that Orisa ultimate, but the time is now for acting here out of UNI as the window comes out, and there's the Orisa ult and the dragon.
Beautiful dragon.
And they're able to hold on to the tire. I mean, that's great communication from UNI, not burning all 3 of them there. They've got this tire for this last fight. They should be, hopefully, be able to hold on to it.
God's Jedi coming up on Kitsune, Moonlit coming up on another Coalescence. Funky Monk does have the Mei ultimate, which was recently buffed, throws 0.1 second faster. We'll see how that comes into play here.
The flanking soldier is fended
Warded
off by the... Oh, a
Giant
huge,
tire from Vandy.
absolutely
Beautiful
massive tire.
three-piece.
Yeah, great start. As now Whitewater's going to be rushing back to try and get everyone together and get moving. Hopefully by then we'll have both support ultimates from UNI by the time that Mei ultimate shows up and comes through. Add that stagger onto the soldier, that's going to be another huge plus for UNI.
Interesting to see how Whitewater plays this.
I feel like if you're Whitewater, you just got to run in early and try and get that blizzard off so you can catch 1 or 2, I assume. But there it comes. See if anyone can get out from UNI. It's going to be a huge Moira ultimate. Hold on to everyone. Icarus coming back on the flank. Kitsune Rush comes out from UNI. See if it's going to be enough to hold on as we have entered overtime here. Oh, great pick. Great pick onto the ulting soldier here is going to be a huge blow for Whitewater. UNI is going to be forced to back up with that Baptiste window coming out. Dragon comes through from Unlasting. Another great pick. Moira is now DPSing in the back line, doing what they can. Moira's going to go down. Wildcat finds Baconator. Another shatter just gets 1 from Twin Sanity. It looks like UNI is going to be able to hold on here. You know, a respectable push out of Whitewater. That second point is really difficult to take, but I can't help but feel like UNI's got the advantage going into here.
On that last fight, where their Whitewater's bat popped window and their Mei put up the wall, so a lot of the window value was lost because of the Mei wall was up.
Yeah, the synergy from Whitewater isn't quite there, it seems like. But I was really impressed with UNI. You know, I assume it was communication to not burn all 3 of the ultimates and some foreplanning ahead of time of what we're going to be using here. Very good, if that is the case. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're playing in that, you know?
I would agree with that. Instead of the Grav Dragon, it was a Grav Terra Surge in the same exact moment. Beautiful Dragon. Terra Surge grouped all 5, got Immortality out, and got them all one shot, and they cleaned up beautifully.
Yeah, great play. Great play. It looks like UNI is going to be coming out with a very similar composition. Vandium will see if he can get some pot shots here. And it looks like Whitewater's going to be coming out with a Junkrat of their own. So we might be seeing the dueling J Sillies here.
Junk May is incredibly spammy and hard to deal with. Be interesting to see how UNI approaches this.
Yeah, especially without the Reinhardt and the shield to help out pushing through those chokes. It's just going to be on the Orisa. I don't know what it's called, the javelin spin or whatever. You just get a little bit of mitigation there, but we shall see what comes through. I don't know if UNI is going to be able to find a whole lot in the way
Oh,
of
he's
pot
jumping.
shots. He was poking his head up there a little bit. Kind of daring Vandium to go for it, but in the end, I think Vandium's going to swap over and... Oh,
Ooh,
the
Pharah.
Pharah! I like this. The Pharmacy, that's going to be huge against this comp. And
Great
already,
call from UNI to swap to this.
already got the first pick there on the Lucio. This could fall apart pretty quickly from Whitewaters. They have no way of dealing with this. I mean, about all they have for hit scan is just their Baptiste, and that's going to take all of his attention to deal with that. As UNI just starts rolling through and cleaning up here. Moonlit doesn't even have to look at the Pharah. They're not getting any, I say that, not getting a whole lot of damage onto the Pharah.
Great swap. I thought he was gonna swap. Vandium was gonna swap to the Junkrat, one of his favorite picks. He's fantastic at it, but pulls out the Pharaoh, which we don't get to see very often.
We do not. Yeah, I agree. I was fully expecting a Junkrat swap, and that was very, very pleasantly unexpected there from UNI as we're pushing through and gonna try and hold up at this next corner to avoid getting trapped in the archway. But the Pharah is still chunking down, taking up more space than the Orisa here.
Whitewater does pick up a hit scan. Icarus swaps to Ashe from Junkrat.
Huge press Q to die, unfortunately, but
Does
still it's
trade
gonna
off the
be
bat. Only Lucio
UNI
healing.
pushing through here. If we can kill the May, oh, that wall's gonna be able to buy him some time too.
Break wall and push. They don't
How
have
did
enough
he
wood.
hit that spear? You kidding me on these javelins? The Orisa goes down and Wildcat's gonna claim another soul here. Just rolling through King's Row here and coming into this last fight. Vandium does swap over to the Cassidy after pressing Q to die. UNI's looking great with 3 ultimates coming in this last fight.
I would love to see a Terra Surge Dragon here, just like where they
Oh
did it.
my
In the
goodness.
same exact point with another beautiful javelin. Cross map almost.
Yeah, let's get 3 on that point and get it rolling.
Nice.
Oh,
early
there's a
window.
Dragonary coming out through the window. See if they can take down that Orisa. That is a huge pick there. Looks like Whitewater might be holding on. This is gonna be close if they can kill the May. As Moonlit TP
He's
fades into the.
Both supports alive. This is very winnable.
So you take down the Ashe, and that's gonna be all she wrote for this map. Oh, the ball's back. They can just hold on and take down the ball.
Ball
That
does
might be the
have
perfect
incredible speed.
stall.
It might be time to back out and take a quick fight. Which
UNI
UNI
is
does.
pretty close, regrouped here. As the Lucio's gonna go down again, pretty consistently. The first pick in these team fights comes in with the Orisa ultimate. Oh, able to catch the Kiriko. That's absolutely huge.
Another Draglin.
And the ball finally goes down, and that's gonna be map 2. I mean, a great, a great finish to it. Yeah, able to grab that before the Bob comes through. That's big too. But wow, great map from UNI. Any parting notes from you?
Great play from the team as a whole. I really like the communication, using ults together or by themselves, depending on the fight, and everyone just sticking together, especially versus the rush comp, or playing split, but together where they can help each other and beam down the rush comp before it gets too close.
I agree, and I kind of like the way they did it too. I was fully expecting the hard Reinhardt rush going into it, but UNI has proven you can do it more ways than one here, and the switch to the Pharah to take that first point, recognizing that the May Junkrat really isn't going to be able to do anything against it. Just pretty much a free first point is great decision making, great communication, and UNI is playing confident and they're rolling.
All 5 players are playing at their best. Wildcat with beautiful javelins and taking spaces, Orisa, unlasting, getting crucial picks every fight. Steven, Junkrat King, with the 3-piece tires, almost building tire every fight. Moonlit with some beautiful coalescence, and Guys Jedi with rapid windows and some awesome immortalities.
Yeah, definitely. And again, I know I talked about it earlier, but just the insane javelins coming out here. I'm watching the stream right now, 3 minutes behind, when he catches the ash from across the map. Like how do you hit those? Very impressive Orisa play. And you can tell that's definitely Wildcat's favorite hero here, as UNI is playing their best, playing their comfort picks like you talked about before the first map. Very, very good to see. I don't know if we're gonna be heading to escort, maybe push. I don't know where we're going next.
What are your opinions on push?
Push? I'm okay with it. So like from a competitive stance, I think it's better than 2CP. But from like I play a lot of quick play now, I don't play a lot of comp. I think from a quick play perspective, 2CP was more fun. Because sometimes these push maps just go on far too long. Like they just keep on going forever. And one team's pushed it to like 110 meters, and one team's pushed it to 30, and it's just fights back and forth to take the robot from one end of the map to the other constantly. I don't know. I don't know. How about you?
I'm kind of on the middle ground. Sometimes I find push really fun, I guess, especially when you're winning push, I guess. But I feel like when you're kind of losing in push, having to walk back over
Yeah,
and over, it gets a
that
little.
sucks.
If you lose one early in that mode, like other modes, you can kind of like you can fight back if you lose one, but in push, you're not gonna see that player for a long time. So you either have to win the fight in a snap, or you just have to totally back up and give the push bot some space.
Definitely, definitely. And like I said, I'm cool with it being a competitive game mode because I don't think 2CP deserved to be in competitive anymore. It was absolutely horrendous to try and play both sides and just go back and forth for like 8 rounds. But I don't know. I kind of wish it was in quick play again. If it's gonna be ugly, at least it's fast, And I miss the maps. Like I love the ambiance of a lot of those maps. But
I'm not sure if this is true or not, but heard on I can't remember whose stream it was. They were talking about that the devs are trying to incorporate those maps or like change them up so they would be more used. Whether that means they're making them into push maps or control maps or whatever it may be. But hopefully we get to see those maps in the near future.
I think it'd be fun too. And even if we just see them in like PVE, what I've been waiting on that forever. I am
I forgot that was
full
coming.
full casual gamer mode. I want my PVE, darn it. But it looks like we'll be heading to Dorado next. I kind of want to see some hit scan come out. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I want
Kind
to
of
see
where
some
I'm
dive.
sitting right now. You want to see some dive?
I want to see some dive, especially for the attackers. Pushing up to those high grounds can be very, very difficult when you're on kind of the slower moving comp. So like a Winston or a Devo or even a ball to boop off the high grounds is very good.
I agree, and this could be a great opportunity to see the pharmacy come back. I don't think Whitewater's shown that they really have any answer for it. Um, Maybe an opportunity to keep rolling there. It looks like UNI will be defending again first here on Dorado. What? Was Dorado in nighttime in Overwatch 1?
Yes,
Okay.
much darker, maybe even like evening.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying to think of like the best Overwatch League moments from Dorado. And the first one that comes to mind is the Shanghai Dragons C9. Here on first
Oof.
point. The Shang 9. Is that supposed to be a dragon? Wait, hold up.
It looks like
Did
a.
the devs put that there as a hee hee funny for the Shanghai Dragons? It's got a pink unicorn horn though, I don't know. Maybe not. I think it'd be
I,
fun if they incorporated little like Overwatch League moments.
that would be awesome. I do like my favorite part of this map is probably breaking every single pinata that I can.
Oh yeah,
The game's lost if I don't get to hit one of them.
that's right. Looks like UNI is gonna be rolling out on that Junkrat again. We get to see the Sigma come out from Wildcat. Should
I
be good on lasting on the soldier.
I do really like the Sigma here on this first point for defense. Great for spamming out and holding the high ground with that stun. You have to respect it on the jump.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot more tank recently, and Sigma is so much fun, I think, to play. Just the damage that he can put out now that he's a solo tank is kind of incredible. Looks like Whitewater's gonna be rolling out with the Winston. Gonna have an Echo Mercy as well, and Unlasting just kind of chunking down. But that Winston's gonna start pushing up onto the high ground. UNI's gonna have to deal with it really fast.
Nice shot out of Unlasting onto the Mercy there.
So that Winston dives in, gonna get the full brunt of UNI's team here. UNI's at some point they're gonna have to drop and deal with this cart that's pushing past him underneath with the Winston keeping him busy.
That is a beautiful pick. After the pick the Winston, definitely time to rotate to the cart and try to clean up these kills.
Do lose Unlasting though, unless they're able to get a Mercy res here. Ooh, dangerous
Nice
behind
res.
enemy lines here. Great res, able to
Pulling
get out
the
too.
pistol. Good
Recovery
res and nice cleanup from UNI. Vandium already on the Junkrat, coming up with the Junkrat tire.
Yeah, Junkrat's getting a lot more value here than I thought he would. This is definitely not a map that I immediately peg as a Junkrat map, but Vandium making it work. I mean, like we talked about earlier, when it's your comfort picks, you make it happen. You can do quite a lot here, but you're looking for the res
early
on
pick on Unlasting.
and you get the monkey with it too. So another good start to the team fight here for UNI. Somebody's gonna have to rotate over to the point, stop that bleeding there, but just the constant pressure on the Echo from Unlasting and God's Jedi as they get her again. It's gonna be huge. Attack visor.
A little bit of an overkill there.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, and
Going into the spawn,
hopefully
chat move.
Unlasting gets out. Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, a little bit overcommittal there and was taken out during Valk form.
Yeah, you almost wonder if UNI's getting a little overconfident here. I might come back to bite them, but if they can hold on, Sigma Rock is gonna go into a shield.
Nice cleanse from Butter Nugget on the Kiriko.
See if UNI can hold on here. This is huge tire again from Vandium. Absolutely massive tire is gonna turn the tides of this fight, and it's gonna force Whitewater to try again here. Give UNI time to get back.
With the
Some
res,
massive
tires
tires
back.
with Junkrat so far.
Swapping to the Diva, no more Winston. This will help to eat up a lot of that spam now.
And the
Good
Diva trapped out of mech already. Some great Junkrat play coming out from Vandium here. Is gonna see if they can get the Mercy poking away. Got her. All right, nice job. UNI's DPS are really coming through on this map here. As Unlasting is going in, maybe a little dangerous, but able to get out with his life.
I respect the push, both low, feeling confident.
Making it happen here as we're coming up on a window. Got the Sigma ultimate on deck, but gonna have 4 of them banked. Well, it doesn't matter. You got 3 now here because the Echo is gone. Although I believe they're gonna try and push for the ult. Yeah, push for the res here on the Echo. And who does the Echo? The Echo copies the Sigma here. Bob coming through as well. This is gonna be a hard push for UNI to hold on to. You do not want to be in line with that Bob there if you're God's Jedi.
Coming up on another Valk.
Just gonna have to hold on here. Oh, that's the second time in a row. Pops Valk right as they die. Oh, a rough day for Moonlit here as Whitewater pushes through to take the first point. Still a lot of time peeled off for UNI. It took them all the way into overtime. But I think if you're UNI, you probably want a couple of those ultimates back.
Agreed. Second point is also very tough as the attackers to push.
It definitely is. Icarus catches Unlasting there. Maybe a little bit of a stagger here. It's not really going to make too much of a difference in the long run. I assume we're going to have Unlasting and God's Jedi push up onto that high ground. This Vandium is actually rolling up there, seeing if they can get some of that back from the Diva here. Vandium is sitting on another one of those tires. Got a window coming out from God's Jedi. Be interesting. I feel like if you're gonna do it, now's probably a decent time for that tire. It's Diva bomb comes through. Not a whole lot going on there. I believe that was just for a remake. It didn't look like it got thrown anywhere. Just some stabilization as the Kiriko ultimate comes through, and Twin Sanity and Icarus find 2 picks on both of UNI's DPS here. This is not the second point that UNI was looking for.
I'd like to see an early tire out of Steve in this fight.
They can hold on to the point. It looks like they are going to be able to touch. It's just going to be on UNI to hold on. Here comes the tire.
Beautiful evasiveness out of Moonlit here, and a good pick onto Halogen.
Able to grab one with that tire. Great rock to cancel out that Sigma ultimate. UNI's going to be able to hold on to this point. If you're Whitewater, that is tragic. I mean, you invested dang near everything into that fight. That is not the result you were looking for.
I think the MVP there was Moonlit with the stall and keeping up God's Jedi and Wildcat there.
Definitely, the movement was able to evade everyone there. That was very good, as UNI's going to have 3 ultimates coming into this. You can stall with the Sigma ultimate, push him back with the window, and then, of course, the Soldier ultimate. We all know what that one does, so should be looking pretty good for UNI. Just have to contend with the Diva Bomb here. So Diva, I assume, is probably going to open up with that, throwing it up on top.
Halogen with an early pick on a God's Jedi.
Vandium coming back, and
good res from Moonlit onto God's
good
Jedi.
res coming back as that Diva Bomb comes through, catches Vandium, but the Soldier ultimate's going to be able to deter some more here. It's just everyone against the Diva now, and then a Kiriko. Window making a big difference in the damage department here, and that should be the end of that push for Whitewater. Not the round that UNI was really looking for. Not the worst, but I think there were definitely some missed opportunities there for UNI.
Second point, I am proud of how they really grouped up, or they kind of got rolled. However, they stayed strong, they stayed confident, and they came out, they took a great fight, and they were able to hold on to the point.
Excuse me, taking a drink of water. I agree, that stall at the very end, just being able to kind of hold out to the very end till you get 5 and retake it as a team, that made all the difference there. If they would have just trickled in trying to stall on the point one by one, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference in the long run. But
I am ready to see some dive.
Give me the
Out
monkey.
of the UNI, I'm ready to see it.
Give me the monkey. Oh, Wildcat won't
Based off
choose.
this,
The
I'm
unlasting
gonna guess it's a
Genji?
Sigma. Unlasting Genji is quite cold. Spectacular. UNI coming out with the Orisa. I still would like to see the unlasting Genji.
I agree. I don't know.
That is a treat to watch.
I don't know how I feel about the Orisa and the Cassidy here. The lack of verticality coming out, but we are going to see Whitewater come back with the Ramatra here on the defense. I don't know how I feel about that.
Ramatra, I'm not really sure. I haven't played enough Ramatra to know if he's good on this map, but I don't often see him. I would like to see UNI rotate either far right or bottom left and try to contest on that high ground.
Yeah, I agree. I think the key to this point, especially if you're going to play this Orisa, is you're going to need to get the Orisa up on the high ground and be able to push in. I don't know if you're going to be able to just hold on to the cart here, but UNI is going to give it a shot, and we will find out. It's going to be literally and figuratively an uphill battle against Whitewater here as they hold the high ground. UNI is still just pushing. Whitewater's going to wrap around and probably drop on him here.
Whitewater back up very, very early. They could have stayed up there forever.
Yeah, UNI is taking the fight here. It's not a spot you want to hang out when you're playing against a Junkrat, but hasn't caught anyone quite yet. As Wildcat takes some punishment there against the Ramatra, and that's going to be UNI signaling the retreat here on the first, I guess, real fight. Trying not to get staggered here. Unlasting is going to make it out.
Coming up on that dragon.
Oh,
beautiful
huge!
kill onto Baconator.
Absolutely massive pick coming out from Unlasting here. It's UNI, that's going to be their opportunity here to push through. Nobody's up on the high ground. You're not going to take a whole lot of damage coming into it. Unlasting's going to be able to push out around that left side, get some flanks on. Hopefully take out that Junkrat.
Already coming up onto the dragon. A huge play here.
They are going to have to contend with that tire from the Junkrat early on, and here it comes. Doesn't
Nice
get
in
anyone
there from
huge
God's
lamp.
Jedi.
Absolutely massive dragons there. Didn't actually get any kills, but some decent amount of damage done. Able to zone them off pretty well too, provide a lot of opportunity for UNI. Push in. So that purple on the Orisa is going to make unfortunately, a huge difference, but good window there. Able to clean up the Ramatra, and UNI is soldiering through this first point.
UNI coming up on the Blossom and Terra Surge.
I
Whitewater's
didn't
coming.
realize the
What?
Reaper came through.
Well, they got ultimate.
I guess, yeah, he's been on it for a while.
Whitewater coming up on the Ramatra ultimate, the Tac Visor, and the Kitsune.
I do like the Reaper going into the Ramatra. I like that decision. I guess when Ramatra goes into Nemesis form, Reaper can really deal with it. Oh, Twin Salty catches on lasting there, trying to get a little cheeky. Not the start UNI want, losing God's Jedi as well. That's going to be a go again for UNI.
You need to die or get out here. Try not to get staggered.
Looks like everyone was able to escape here, as UNI is now going to have to fight through this first little S-curve to get back to their cart. They got 3:35 to essentially finish second point to win the match. Because I don't know if Wildcat was DCing there or what that was about, but they're pushing back up. Got a couple ultimates. If you could pull them in with the Terra Surge and ultimate into it. Ooh. I'm sorry, Death Blossom into the Terra Surge is the words I was looking for. But
This is actually a great fight for UNI, not using any ultimates here. Well, they have to burn the Kitsune and the Ramatra ult, and they find a pick onto Icarus.
Traded out for Vandium, but he should be back fairly quickly with the spawn being right there and then the TP. This might be the opportunity UNI is looking for to kind of push through here, as I don't think you can jump that high, God's Jedi, sorry.
I'd definitely like to see UNI take some space with the big damage dealer Junkrat out of the way for now.
Yeah, definitely. I need to clean out the Ramatra, as Wildcat's going in deep with the Terror Surge, but the Ramatra's still hanging out, putting pressure on the backline for UNI.
Coming up on the Coalescence, be interesting to see how that's used here.
Yeah, I got the Coalescence, and we're still holding on to that Death Blossom. Oh, as Moonlight's able to find the ulting soldier, and that's going to be the go button. This
Nice
might be what
Coalescence.
UNI is looking for. Absolutely huge here.
Crucial as they clean up these two kills here. Nice staggers and kills for ult charge.
And with the Death Blossom that they're holding on to, looks like Twin Sanity. Twin Salty, wasn't that the caster from
That was the
GGLeagues?
caster. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Twin Sanity is going to be coming back on the Wrecking Ball. See if they can hold on to stall out as long as they can, but they know that Vandium's got to be holding on to that Death Blossom here for the finals. The Dragons come through as well. Tracer is not able to accomplish a whole lot right now. Unlasting does not care. And here comes the Death Blossom. Oh, Vandium actually does go down. This is kind of the opportunity Whitewater is looking for. Up against Safara. Looks like Vandium, or somebody's going to need to swap here. If Whitewater's going to come out with that Farah, UNI's actually in an unfortunate position here. The God's Jedi is trying to pull through. See if they could take out the... Oh, that Soldier. I guess Vandium's back on Tracer, takes out Halogen. I don't know if that's going to be enough to push it. It might be just a... Might be best advice to reset, yeah.
They did waste quite a bit of time on that fight.
That Wrecking Ball is an interesting choice.
He's feeding ult charge for his support.
Yeah, a little bit.
They get the Kitsune early.
Alright.
Coming up onto a Kitsune rush here.
It's gonna be a minefield coming through. This is not where UNI wants to be sitting right now. Let's see if Wildcat can grab any. No, it might come down to a clutch pull spawn. Kitsune coming through from God's Jedi. Icarus does find Wildcat come through. Halogen also takes out God's Jedi. The minefield's coming through. Unless you can find the tracer, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. On last
Nice
scene,
pulse
Manny
bomb.
was able to find picks. Coming
Mi-
through.
This can't be turnable. Mines on point are still very dangerous, and Vandium falls to 1.
So close as Moonlit goes down. Looks like Wildcat's back in time along with God's Jedi. I don't know. Gonna need a miracle here from UNI to hold on to this one, but it's doable. I've seen dumber things happen. Great Suzy, great cleanse. See if Wildcat touches the point. Oh, Wildcat
Ooh,
steps off the point
slightly
right as his
behind.
teammates are getting back. Unfortunate. But hey, we're going to map 4. You know, we got a good match going here.
Play of the game.
What
Some
an intro.
great swaps out of Whitewater there with the Pharaoh and the ball on that final push, or the last couple pushes.
Definitely. You and I did not have an immediate answer for it. And just the way the ult economy worked out, it was not the timing you and I was looking for. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm a big fan of the Orisa here for the attack on Dorado. I would have liked to see a little bit more verticality out of the tank. But you know, comfort picks are comfort picks. Do what you got to do. You know. So looks like you and I will get the next next map pick. Is I want to say we're going to push. I think we're heading to push. So if you're you and I, do you have a specific map in mind you want to go to?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I feel like they all kind of have their different styles. I think they like to play on New Queen Street, and that is the map they've chosen.
Mm-hmm. Just seeing
It-
that come through the chat. It looks like, yeah, like a 5-minute bio break here coming through. I don't know if we do, do, do we need a bio break as well? I don't know. I think I'm cool to keep
I'm
rolling if
good.
you are. All right, so heading into New Queen Street. Oh, no bio break. Not
Not
allowed.
allowed. Oh, never. That's
I
probably
can't
in the
tell if
GG
that's a hee
Leagues.
or not. Is
Probably in
that
the
GG
GG
Leagues
Leagues route.
rule or is that Moonlit doing a hee hee
I
funny?
think they're just trolling them, but I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised if that's a rule.
I wouldn't either.
They're really good at making those.
I guess maybe, yeah. Yeah. No comment on how GG Leagues runs their tournament here from this stream. But yeah, moving into New Queen Street, I think you could run Rush. I mean, this is actually a great place for the Orisa if they want to keep the Orisa going. It's probably an ideal spot for it. What do you think?
I think I agree with that. It kind of fits all their comps. They could play the Sigma, they can play the Orisa, they can play the Monkey, they can kind of play it all here.
Yeah, personally on push, I like the Junker Queen. I like pulling out the Junker Queen. Like Coliseo, Junker Queen, my favorite. I have
That
so much
is
fun on that map.
a beautiful map, just like this one.
I think they are doing the bio break. I honestly can't tell if they're actually doing the bio break or not. Whatever, we'll be here. You know, we just work here, I guess. Have we heard any? We can go back to the patch notes. Let me keep taking. We'll just go through everything. So Orisa, first one, Terror Surge can now be interrupted by hack. I did not realize it couldn't be interrupted by hack in the first place.
I didn't either. I feel like that's
I
just a very odd change, like a very niche change that just didn't need to be.
I don't know if
Uh,
I don't know if that was necessary. I don't know.
it just
I,
seems like they just wanted to throw something in for the
maybe
buff
it was
Sombra
an
for some reason.
inconsistency. I don't know, because you could probably hack. I mean, you can't hack Ramatra out. Can't hack Roadhog out. Yeah, I don't know if I quite understand that. But I guess that's the thing they wanted to do. Ramatra, Annihilation. Using Annihilation while in Nemesis form refreshes your bonus armor. Oh, that's a buff. Okay.
Before you would kind of have to do a tech where you would cancel it and then you'd hit Q to get it, but now you don't have to do the tech anymore. It's just
Oh, I didn't even realize that because I was trying to do that, like use all my Nemesis and then go straight into Annihilation. But I didn't realize I was
yeah.
getting penalized for that.
You have to
Interesting.
fully end it and then start or cancel it and then hit Q and then it'll refresh your armor.
Interesting. Okay, so that's a nice little quality of life change then, basically. Roadhog, chain hook cooldown now starts when the ability ends instead of at the start. Chain hook cooldown reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. Oh,
That is quite a large buff. However,
that's,
I don't think the hero is very good, so I'm happy with it.
yeah, I don't know if it makes him better, just more cringe.
I would agree with that. I think he's just throwing more hooks.
I think so.
He's
He's
still not
just,
very good, which I like. Ever since the Roadhog nerf, I really enjoyed playing Overwatch. Puts a smile on my face.
it does a beautiful thing. He's just hogging more road, you know what I'm saying? We already talked about Wrecking Ball Zarya. The shared cooldown for particle barrier and projected barrier reduced from 11 to 10 seconds. So basically just a small 1 second buff.
Yep, I think it'll help Zarya compete a little bit more.
Get that energy up a little higher. She really struggles on the front line now if she's not high energy. Like I tried playing her the other day and wow, I took pain. That was rough. We already talked about Ashe. Hanzo. The lunge cooldown decreased from 5 to 4 seconds, so Hanzo's jumping around everywhere just a little bit more.
An interesting change. I don't dislike it, but it just seems kind of odd.
I don't know if Hanzo really needed a buff.
I thought he was I thought he was fine where he's at, but it's not anything crazy. Like lunge for the most part isn't game breaking or changing like when they made Diva's booster 3 second or 4. I don't think
Yes.
that second is important for Hanzo because
No.
he's just jumping.
I don't think it makes that big a difference. I agree. May, the Blizzard Ultimate cast time, like you talked about, is reduced from 0.5 to 0.4 seconds. Which, is that so? Okay, is that the cast time from when you hit Q to when it leaves your hand,
I'm not
or
sure.
is that like
I would
when it
guess
when it
that's
hits? When it hits where it lands, it takes a second to set up and then start doing the Blizzard.
that's my guess because you sometimes you have to throw it farther or shorter, or maybe that is when it leaves your hand. I don't know.
Okay, reading the developer's comments, it says May's Blizzard Ultimate cast time sometimes led to situations where the animation appeared to have been completed, but there was still additional time that it could get interrupted. Okay, so it is the time that it takes from when you hit Q to when it actually
Until it
leaves
leaves
your
our
hand.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Farah, the jump jet movement is now influenced by directional inputs. Oh,
I use it a little bit. I don't play enough Pharah to really know if it's any good, but it felt kind of cool. Like instead of going straight up, like it makes it a little bit easier to dodge. You kind of go
go to the
left or
side,
right
like
or.
back. Okay, interesting. Huh. Sojourn. Oh, bless the heavens. The torso hip volume width is increased by 20%. Sojourn is fat now, everyone.
I do like
Thank
this
you,
change.
Lord.
Makes her a
Because
little bit more punishable because her
Sojourn
movement is
was
she's
so
such a
hard
small
to hit.
hitbox.
Yes. So difficult to hit.
She kind of had the Ana hitbox that depending on how you moved, you were just untouchable.
hmm And then support, we already talked about Baptiste. So let me just. Okay, I'm going through the bugs. On Busan, they fixed a bug with the physics of the cow. I want to know
Oh,
what
so
that
you
bug was. Can you not make
uh
the cow dance anymore? Like,
yep, when Overwatch 2
aw,
launched, you used to in Overwatch 1 when you shot the cow, it would like dance and jiggle. And then when Overwatch 2 launched, you'd shoot it and it wouldn't dance and jiggle. So I would guess that them revert or fixing the bug is that it now
oh,
dances
good.
and jiggles.
Okay, good, good. I would have been really sad if they took that away. I didn't realize that wasn't a thing in Overwatch 2. Been a minute.
What
Uh,
are your thoughts on the new map? Echo Point something? I can't
oh,
remember the name.
Antarctica?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like that quite a bit. It's fun. I mean, it's very. I get the criticisms of like this feels like Call of Duty because there's so many flanking routes, but I think it's kind of fun. I think it's a fun little change of pace. What are your thoughts?
I like it for the most part. I'm not a fan of the indoor map. That kind of has a peninsula that Oasis
Oh,
has.
yeah, that one's difficult to
That
take.
one's I haven't quite figured out what the best way as a support to play that is. Feels like
I
it's very
really
difficult.
I really like the one that's white out in the open, on the ships, like the front of the ship, where the
Yeah.
points yellow and then like your spawns are in the glaciers.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that one's called, but
I
yeah, I
don't
like
know the
that one quite
names.
a bit. That one's fun.
I think my favorite is the one we haven't talked about. The one where it's kind of got the ledge up above, and then the main point, and then there's another ledge kind of overlooking the point, and there's a far outside. I find it pretty fun. It feels small, but the map is big at the same time. Like when you fight in the small area, or like towards the point, it's very kind of condensed, and then there's that whole other section of the map that you can also fight on.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm a big fan of the map so far. But heading into New Queen Street, push. We will again be seeing that Orisa. Pretty standard. The Unlasting Genji is something we haven't seen yet today, but we know that's his El Clasico for Unlasting.
I'm excited. UNI for the Rhine matchup, UNI has kind of dominated whenever Rhine's been on the enemy team.
A little bit. I'm very interested to see what Whitewater does with this Icarus Sombra. Don't know how that really fits into their comp, but hey, they can hack Terra Surge now, so maybe that's the play.
They heard us talking about the patch notes.
They heard us. They know. And that Sombra takes a big fat sad pretty early on as UNI's going to be taking the 4v5 in the driver's seat early on. So Unlasting just kind of backs up from the Reinhardt. It can't do much against him. Just chunking away, Farmer Blade here.
UNI starting to take space as Whitewater is fully regrouped and starting to take fight again.
Yeah, Sombra comes through on the back line, forces the Suzu out. Icarus gets away. It's just kind of
coming up on the Kitsune here, a very early Kitsune.
We do lose Bandy. I almost wonder if you invest that Kitsune now, try and turn it, or maybe back up and see what happens. Looks like UNI is going to be trying to do the latter here. Wildcat getting shattered and purpled. Wildcat will go down, losing God's Jedi as well. Might be losing Moonlit here eventually. Sombra comes through, is going to catch. Oh, does not catch Moonlit. Oh, I had to say it. Had to say it.
Is real.
It really is. That is absolutely tragic. Unless
we come back with 5 ults here.
Pushing. Oh, I almost said pushing 6. Oh God. Flashbacks to 6v6. We don't want to talk about that. All right, yeah, 5 ultimates here for UNI. Gonna try and get out here and use them early. The blade comes through. Already using Suzu. And they fall pretty quickly. The Twin Sanity does get unlasting, but I think that should be cleaned up pretty quick. If they can catch, there we go. They caught the Reinhardt trying to get out.
UNI only having to use 2 ults there is very, very good. Coming to this next fight with the Coalescence, the Deadeye, and the Terra Surge.
Yeah, going up against that EMP, it will be interesting to see if they want to lead with that, or maybe wait until the fight starts to evolve and throw the EMP in. And be up to Whitewater here. That EMP is going to kind of decide the tempo of the fight and what's going to happen where here is everyone's repositioning, getting all staged up for this fight. And there it is. They're going to open up with it. Twin Sanity catches God's Jedi.
Reinhardt is contesting the point.
Catch. Oh, absolutely huge there. A great ult from Bandium again, whether it's a Junkrat Tire or a Deadeye. Nice finish up on that. Looks like UNI is going to be able to get this first checkpoint here and get that upgraded spawn location.
Checkpoint is very crucial, especially since the bot stands and does nothing for 20 seconds.
Butt, you know? Taking care of business. Very necessary things here. So the fight's going to be starting off here. Halogen's going to be opening up with the Cassidy ultimate. Doesn't find anybody, but I believe that Twin Sanity ultimate's going to be coming through here right fast.
Not anything to stop the Shatter besides the Suzu.
And here it comes. Gonna be losing 3-4. Definitely a decisive fight.
Full wipe, and they get another fight before the checkpoint for sure.
Yeah, that
Most
is
got the shorter spawns, I think.
The one decent part. Oh, it looks like the Arista's gonna be all the way back there, but UNI should be able to get a full contest in here before Whitewater can take the checkpoint. Gonna be some pokes around the outside here. Oh, Moonlit almost gets caught there, fades away. UNI's just holding on to this checkpoint by the skin of their teeth here.
Dodge Jedi
Kitsune
coming
Rush
up on the
gonna come
Kitsune.
out. Big ultimate here. Alright, Unlasting grabs 2, and that's going to be UNI taking it back. Very crucially, not letting Whitewater get that first point.
Beautiful blade by Unlasting here. Only using one fight is very important for UNI as they're coming up. They already have the Deadeye and the Kitsune, and they're coming up in Coalescence and the Terra Surge.
Going into, unfortunately for UNI, coming up against the... Oh, another great Javelin. Coming up against the Sombra ultimate here. And there it comes. That's going to be the opening for...
Beautiful stun
That was
onto the Cassidy.
almost an immediate fire from the Cassidy. I don't know what that was about.
He got stunned by the Javelin, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard it immediately fan as soon as he said it, but I don't know.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, looks like UNI is going to be holding on to this, pushing through Twin Sanity, catches the
With the
Sombra.
spy check.
Woohoo! And UNI is going to be keep that robot moving here.
UNI still holding on to the Deadeye and Terra Surge, where Whitewater coming in with the Shatter and the Nano Blade.
And we know Twin Sanity likes to be pretty early with that Shatter, so we should see that here pretty early on in the fight. UNI doesn't really have much of an answer for it. As the Shatter comes through, maybe baiting. Yep, that's a
Coming in with both
back
of these
over there,
supports.
Brennan, yeah. Huge pickups here from Vandy and able to stay alive through that Shatter. UNI has got their foot on the gas pedal here, coming into the home stretch of this map. And with the Blade and Terra Surge, they might have enough to push it through here.
Zarya using both
Swap
of those early.
over to the
Kitsune
Zarya.
is very good with the Zarya, basically makes Zarya unkillable.
The
UNI getting
Zarya
smart
might
play,
be
running away.
a direct counter to this Genji here. Not really much of an ability to block anything if you're the Genji going up against the beam. But nonetheless, we got the Kitsune, the Moira ultimate, and the Blade here coming out. Autonomous
Beautiful find
Sleep
on
Dart
command.
pays the price. Oh! Great shot from Halogen, but not quite enough to deal with the rest of UNI. So they're able to hold on to the Terra Surge and the up-close spawn. So Unlasting should be back pretty quickly. This could be an opportunity for UNI to just get a little bit more push coming into this as Icarus goes down. I don't know if they got spy checked out or just gave themselves away. Either way, not what Whitewater is looking for coming into this last push. We're going to see Icarus swap over to the emergency bash and see if they can catch UNI off guard.
Bastion is very deadly, especially when you don't have a shield and aren't expecting it. However, Unlasting deals with that very quickly.
Terra Surge comes through, doesn't catch much, but that Ana gets sectioned off and finished off pretty quick. It's going to be up to UNI to take out the Zarya if they want to make any progress here. And Zarya takes a horse fist to the face, and UNI is going to roll through and take this series 3-1. A great match all around. Pretty close for the most part. I mean, Whitewater was able to take Dorado, and yeah, it was great.
It was a great series. All the games were close, but UNI had the slight edge in those games.
Yeah, that was a great match coming back from, frankly, a fairly rough weekend from UNI. Good to get their feet back under them, get their confidence back, and move forward. Get a great win overall. Following up here, I don't know if we're gonna see real quick if we're gonna be rolling with an interview. Let me do some digging here if you want to fill for a minute.
Will do. Really excited for the work that UNI put in this week after kind of a tough weekend. I think they played as a team, and they didn't let the weekend put them down at all. They got back into the lab, put their nose on the grindstone, and really really improved.
Yeah, definitely. As we're waiting for an answer back to see if anyone is interested in doing an interview here. Do you have a player of the match? The official Caleb Skip Pline player of
That's
the
a
match?
hard one. I feel like everyone played so well.
I think my nomination has to go to Vandium for some very clutch Junkrat tires.
Mine
Um,
is either
good swap.
Vandium or Wildcat.
I agree. Wildcat did have some great moments there. Some great play at a God's Jedi. I think Moonlit had some great stall moments. Everyone involved a, a great match overall.
But I
Let's
think if I
see.
had to pick one, I think I would go with Vandium on the Junkrat and Cassidy. Lots of clutch ultimates like the two-piece with the Deadeye at the end of the New Queen Street. Lots of farming Junkrat tires and getting early picks and multiple three-mans today.
Yeah, definitely. It's great play coming through. Just some clutch moments from everyone on the team. Be able to band together and make it all happen. Who do we want for the interview? Should we take our player of the match? I'll bring him in here.
I'm good with
Let's see.
whoever.
Let me move him here.
You can do it. You haven't done it yet.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. All right,
Hello.
we're joined by Vandium here. Our official certified Dreth Skip player of the match. How you feeling coming off the W here?
I'm feeling great. It was such an intense game. They're such a good team. That was awesome. We had so much fun playing that.
Yeah, it seemed like a fairly close match. It was good to see coming off of the weekend and kind of a rough couple days, see everyone get their feet back under them and get the confidence back.